Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is WhitePython1400 and today I'm going to show you how to build the Apothicon Sword in Shadows of Evil, as well as upgrade it. If you guys do like, don't forget to like, subscribe, and more. Let's get into it. First off, you're going to need to find the tram station. You can do this by looking at a map in the junction or all of the train stations, or every time you start the game, if you look to the sky, you'll easily be able to see where the train goes. Once you have this location, you're simply going to go to the train. As you can see here, mine was in the canals. I'm also going to show you guys a very close-up of it. So you're going to go on the train and look for 3 symbols. These are Apothicon symbols, and you're going to need these later to access the eggs that you will use to charge up for the sword. The first symbol is right here in the canal district to your left in this window. As you can see, it's the cross. I'm simply going to write this down really quickly. And then the next one is going to be all the way in the waterfront district. As you can see, the sign right there says the waterfront district is going to be way down here. And what I recommend you do is you pause and you simply write it down or take a picture. If you're in multiplayer, you can like take a video and it makes it much simpler. But as you can see, the symbol here is going to be the arrow in the middle with the 2, I like calling them like triangles with lines. And then you're simply going to go at the end of your train station. And now you're going to wait for the train to revitalize. And then when you're going to go back in, and this time instead of going back to the canals, you're going to go to the footlight district so you can get the 3rd and final symbol. It's going to be different. So you're just simply going to wait here for the symbol to pop up on your screen. Now again, pause, take a picture, or if you're playing multiplayer, you can like take a video of this entire thing. Or if you have good memory, you can just memorize it. But as you can see, it's going to be coming up in this hotel window right here. As you can see, it's just the 2 triangles with lines going through it. Simply, once you're done finding all of these, you're going to go down to the pack-a-punch area. Again, if you guys don't know how to pack-a-punch, I do have a tutorial on my channel for it. You can go look at it. There'll probably be a link in the description below. Now, once you're in the pack-a-punch area, you're simply going to wait for a beast mode. And I recommend activating it here because it's like right next to the door. You can activate it anywhere and come down here. And simply enter the symbols that you found. So for me, it'd be the cross, the double arrows, and then the arrow in the middle, and the 2 lines on top and bottom. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here and pick up your egg. Simply going to hold square. It's not that difficult. And then you're going to see 4 octopuses around the map, like this. And so there's no confusion. I'm going to show you where every location is right now. There's one in the waterfront district on the high levels. As you can see, it's at the very end of this room, past the perk, right to the left of that window. Simply going to break the box. If you don't know how to access that, you go into your beast mode and you slap the box to death, and it will open. The next one is in the footlight district. This one is like really easy to find. This is right here in the open as soon as you enter, a little bit past where you go to the high level. And then finally, we have the canal district. This one is also pretty easy to see. It's not out of your way or anything. It's just at the back of the ritual room, sitting here in the corner. Once you have all locations memorized, what you're going to do is place your egg into the Apothicon little squid, and you're going to kill zombies around it. What you're going to do is fill this like 10-15 souls. It's that simple. There's nothing special you have to do. It's just 10 to 15 quick souls. You just go around. I got the death machine here, which made it really easy. I can just go and like go right through the zombies. So you're simply going to kill 15. And once you're done killing 15, you'll hear this sound. That sound knows you completed it. Also, you'll see the egg is glowing. Now we're going to go to the next area. It's in the canal district. It's right here. Simply going to place your egg down. Once you place the egg, yet again, what you're going to do is simply sit here and kill the zombies. Again, after a few kills, you will hear this sound, and then you're going to go to the next area. The next area for me is going to be the footlight district, as you'll see in a second. Just sitting right here in front. You're simply going to, again, kill lots of zombies. I'm sitting here waiting because zombies spawn very slowly, apparently. But yet again, as you will see, after I kill a few more guys, the egg will fill up. I don't know how many people I actually have to kill in this clip. I know it's quite a few though. So yeah. And then bam. Finally we go to the very last district, which is the waterfront district. It's on the high level, again back in the very back of the room. You're simply again going to just place your egg and kill zombies. Now for this is like the hardest one, so I would recommend you have good guns. You're set up with perks, you're set up with maybe even pack-a-punch guns, depending on your skill, or you can just come here on an early level. Now once you're done with that, you're simply going to go back to where you got the egg and pack-a-punch, and you're simply going to walk up to the pedestals and hit square. After that, you can pick up your sword, and now you have the Apothicon Sword. Now let's get into upgrading the sword. The upgrade process for this sword is actually pretty easy. What you're going to do first, though, is go to your respective ritual room. For me, because I'm the magician, I'm going to go above junction. But if you were, let's say, the dancer, you would go to the footlight district. If you were the cop, you would go to the canal district, sorry guys. And if you're the boxer, you'd go to the waterfront district. Now, so there's no confusion, I am going to show you every district right now. The first district is in the waterfront district, and it's going to be the ritual room. This is going to be if you're the boxer, so if you're Bruno, you're going to go to this room, and you'll see the Apothicon guy floating right there on top of the table. The next district, of course, is going to be the footlight district over here. You're simply going to go all the way through, and in the theater, on the dancing stage, you're going to see the little table where you would find the Apothicon. The last and final district, of course, is going to be in the canals. You're simply going to go over here, and as soon as you look, you'll see this giant building that's fully lit up. This is the building. You're going to go to the second story, and it's going to be sitting on that table right there. Now that you have all locations memorized, let's get into the actual steps. The first step is simply going up to your respective keeper and picking up this A. Once you're done, there's going to be 4 circles around the map that you'll have to go to, and so there's no confusion. I'll show you right now where they are. The first one is right there in the junction, right below where I got the egg. The second one is over here in the canals, right in front of the ritual room. The third location is all the way in the footlight district. Again, you're simply going to go through all of those alleyways and go to the very end. It's going to be, again, right in front of the ritual room. And the final location is, of course, all the way in the waterfront district. There's usually one per district if you haven't noticed yet for all of these steps. It's all the way at the end, and it's right in front of the ritual room, yet again, right here. Now that you know where those locations are, let's get into the actual steps. It's quite simple. All you're actually going to have to do is walk up to one of these circles and hit square. Once you do that, there will be a Margwa that spawns. The next step to this is simply just killing the Margwa, which is also quite simple. You're simply going to shoot all of its heads. These things can only be attacked in the heads if you have not noticed. Sadly, this Margwa will not give you any points or anything like that. It won't give you any points. It won't give you any drops once you kill it. It's literally just there for the Easter egg. So once you finally kill it, you'll see the egg has charged a little. You're going to do this 4 times each circle, but be warned, you can only do this once per round. As you see, I'm now in round 8, which is 2 rounds later, but still. And the next circle you do will have 2 Margwas, and the circle after that will have 2 Margwas, and the circle after that will also have 2 Margwas. Now, the one thing that made it unlucky about this is I actually had to fight 3 because the natural one that spawns in round 8 decided to show up. Again, once you're done killing all of these Margwas, as you can see here, the egg will again charge a little, which you'll see in a second once this Margwa is dead, like right now. And you'll see on the left side that the egg has filled a little bit. Now what you're going to do is go to your next circle. I chose junction for mine, and as you'll see, 2 more Margwas spawn. Now what I recommend for these steps is that you take these Margwas into other districts. You don't stay in the same area. You spawn them, because if you do, you will likely die. So what you're going to do is just train them around the entire map if you have to. Luckily, I had a high enough powered weapon that I didn't really have to worry about this. So as you can see, I made very quick work of all of these Margwas. Now, finally, we have the last circle, which again you have to skip the round to do. And it's going to be right here in front of the Waterfront District Ritual Room. Once you do this, again, 2 Margwas are going to spawn. Now, wondering, the weapons I recommend for this step are simple. You get pack-a-punched weapons, you get set up, you get fully set up with perks, pack-a-punched weapons. The weapons I recommend are the Dingo, the Haymaker, the Brekkie, and maybe other pack-a-punch guns such as the Argus and the KRM. Other than this, that is really all you can do. You need some amount of skill to be able to handle the Margwas, as when they run, they can be quite scary, especially when there are other zombies around. So what I recommend you do then is make sure it's the end of a round when you do it, unlike what I am doing now, which is very dangerous, or you may likely find yourself trapped in between 2 or more zombies slash Margwas. And once you have the entire egg filled up, you're simply going to return to the keeper that gave you it. So for me, I'm going to return to the junction room. As you can see, I'm just simply going to climb up the stairs, go into the room that it is found, and as you can see, he is sitting there, and he has something to give me. So you're going to give him your sword, and then you're going to take the Apothicon upgraded sword. This is a really good sword. As you can see, you can slice through zombies quite easily. This lasts until like the high 40s or 50s, and it has another ability that the original sword didn't have. You can throw out a second sword that will chase down enemies for you and kill them. It's basically like having another friend with a sword running around. As you can see, he does this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you didn't like and for more content, this is Python 1400 signing out.